Dexteram testing example for environmental collision issues. These are things like getting stuck in a particular place. Here's an example of a known situation where I can replicate it easily, and this is only for your sample purposes. This hollow terminal that's in the middle of this ship, as well as other hollow terminals in other ships, it's very easy to do. So jump up on here and position ourselves just standing upon it. I know why this happens. You probably know why this happens as well. Let's say you log out, and you'll come back in a minute. Because your character will be created within the game world first, before the object. It'll drop down to the next available polygon that will hold your character up. That happens to be the ship. And then the hollow terminal will recreate itself around you, and then you'll become stuck. And we'll see that here in just a moment. When you're in a stuck environment, you want to open up your map and show the title of the main planet or location you're at. You want to show the exact coordinate location of your character where the issue is. Open up and pan your camera out as far as you can. Give us a nice 360 spin and see as much as we can about it. See what's going on around you, so that when people come back to this location, they can find it more easily. Alright? And once you've done that, start going through some of the things you might have tried. For example, the quick travel won't work because when you're jumped up in the air like this, you're moving. Neither will the emergency fleet pass, as you can see. Now, you can try using the stuck command. As you can see, it tells me it's not available for 64 more seconds. I'm not sure why that was, except for the possibility that they automatically run a stuck cycle whenever you're in a falling position. Alright, so I have to wait for about a minute before I can keep going. We just fast forward through this, I think. Or perhaps, in the meantime, let me discuss some of the things we expect you to do for Dexteram testing. At the upper left-hand corner of your video report, you should have an annotation that leads back to the very first report on any given topic. For example, this happens to be a stuck example, so this would be the first video, so that upper left-hand link would actually, annotation would actually link back to this video, the beginning of this one. In the bottom left, oh wait, let me see, we got about 7 more seconds left on this stuck. So here I am waiting for the time to elapse so that I can use the stuck command, but see, it automatically happened. But now I'm still in the object, I can't get out of it, I'm no longer falling, however. If I jump again, now I'm floating. If I type stuck, I'm still stuck. 106 more seconds. There's a few workarounds I found for this. If you log out and log back in, you'll be standing where you were, as she was when she was trapped in there after the stuck command. But I just decided to wait for the next 1 minute to show you the only other workaround I was able to discover. In the meantime, continuing with what I would expect from the video reports, on the bottom left-hand section of your video, you will have an annotation that leads back to the previous video in a series of videos. For example, this is a stuck video, this is the first video. But if you had several videos that you had compiled, each 10 minutes in presentation length, then you would have the option to link back to previous examples. If that doesn't make sense, please see me and I will explain it in greater detail. In the bottom right-hand corner, I would like very much for you to use an annotation that leads to the next video. This way, when people are done observing the issues that you've presented in one, they can quickly and conveniently go on to the next video that you've prepared. In the meantime, let me go ahead and fast forward a little bit here, and we'll go through the quick fix workaround that I discovered for this, but I'm sure others have too. But perhaps others still have not. Alright, here I'm just standing. Now I'm not moving, so I'm going to try quick travel, but as you can see on your own ship, there's no place to quick travel to. Let's close that up. Let's try the emergency fleet pass. For subscribers, this is just the frustration of not having it available for 6 to however many hours the maximum hour cooldown duration is. For free-to-play people, I'm not sure, do they even get a fleet pass? I know I've seen that they can buy one, If they haven't purchased one yet, that would be one surefire way to vertically integrate and ensure some income. But as you can see, using the Fleet Pass can get me back to Fleet quite rapidly, well, as rapidly as the load screen will allow. Alright, then now I'll move on to another example. And the reason I'm using multiple examples in this video is to show you that within the body of any description you might use, because I know some of you will be using YouTube on a private presentation for this. For what we're doing here during the expansion, it'll be public, so because it's for fun and to teach and to recruit more to see if we find other people that are capable of testing. Within the body of the description, you would create hyperlinks to each individual segment. For example, there would be a link to the first one we just showed. There will be a link to the second one I'm about to show you, etc., etc. Look to the Dexteram Testing forums for a nice copy and pastable format for your description in those YouTube videos. Alright, so that was that one. Let's move on to the next one. Let me fast forward here. Alright, for this next one, I've done this a few times, so I'm just going to go ahead and get myself into position. It's easily replicatable and also seems to have some type of anti-stuck function that automatically happens. Alright, I'm in position. Let me go ahead. Opening up the map again. It's a point of reference, so if somebody was streaming along in high speed, they could see it. The player exact coordinate system, so they know exactly where to find it on a particular map. Zoom out as far as possible. Nice 360 view again. And now let's see here. I'm trying to move around using arrow keys or WASD or whatever I'm doing there. And can't get out. Can't move, can't jump. Can't use stuck because, again, I think there's an automatic stuck cycle that is going on and is issuing that verb without me. And that's another example. I used the Control U shortcut to turn off my interface, and in the meantime of doing that, it had to reproduce the items in the game, so it gave me an opportunity to shift out of that little spot. And I'll run around for a little bit here and keep trying to replicate it over and over again. But I know few and far between are the people who are going to find something like this or run around in something like this or get stuck in this. But should they be the ones that do, it would be a hindrance to their gameplay experience. So knowing about it and being able to adjust it or take steps to correct it or make it easily avoidable, those are the types of things we want to be able to provide for our clients. Here we have a third example. This is actually an adjusted example. They've corrected it to the point where I can't even get myself stuck in there anymore. I suppose too many of my reports to them have finally made them think, alright, we're going to do this. Let me see, I should have done this per our normal format. Where am I at? Yes. Sundari Flatlands in the Balmora. We're on Balmora in the Sundari Flatlands. Alright, over here I would not suggest using any spoilers, but there's a particular quest here in the Sundari Flatlands that requires you to go down this way, these paths, presumably taking the elevators to get down there. And there was a crag that was very much like a inverted cone that would trap you quite easily. It was very much easy. Hold on a second, buddy. Alright, so right over here, usually instead of going down the stairs, I would just jump through here. There was several other rock formations that were here at some point, if I remember correctly, and I would get stuck routinely right in here. But, as you can see, I'm easily getting out, no longer... Oh, I can't get back up there, so I'll go back out and around and try again. But once something has been adjusted, something we've identified, and it's been adjusted, and we've been told it's been adjusted, we should go back and try to replicate the event as well. Again, I should say. So, spend a few moments trying to replicate it before giving it the all-clear signal. What did I do here? Oh, yeah, I was taking my time trying to figure out the best way to try to get stuck, and once again, I just wasn't able to get stuck anymore, so that's a good thing. Congratulations. Alright. Now, to close up this video, I'm going to be creating another one real fast as another example of something I'd like you to do. This would have to do with quest lines, syntax errors, and grammar exception clause issues, voiceover issues. But for this sample example video of collision detection, that's an example of two different places where you would be stuck or be in collision with something. And this third one would be an example of what to do after you've resolved the issue.